Daka early access hotfix number 46. Everyone, hotfix 46, 11 a.m. So that started 10 minutes ago, plus 40, plus 2 hours. So somewhere around, I don't know, 1:15 probably p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, fixed an issue where rubber banding could occur when hitting objects with a two-handed weapon. The quest to escape without taking damage was not counted when receiving the effect of overhealing. Fixed an issue where the quest progress couldn't be updated properly. Oh, so this is like if you had yellow health from overheal and took a hit, if it only hit the overhealed amount and not like your base HP pool, it wasn't counting it as a fail. So if you acquire an item from an enemy player, now if you acquire an item from an enemy player in a dungeon, even a handled item will be changed to looted and you gain AP. That is the most massive change. Multi-class is disabled. Gear score is now displayed around your inventory. GBMM is now calculated based on the party's highest gear score. GBMM can now be turned off in regions with too few players. Okay, so there's a lot here actually. Okay, so this is huge because this is promotion of PvP big time. So if you loot another player and walk out with a really good piece of gear, like they got fucking legendary pants on, it's going to count as a looted pair of legendary pants, not as handled. So now you're incentivized a bit more to PvP so that you can actually get AP off of the stuff that you're looting off of other people. That's huge. That's double dipping on the AP system a little bit because you get AP for the PvP kill and then you get AP for the stuff that you decide to loot that's worth keeping. So that's huge. Robusta on a different class didn't work either. Oh, okay, cool. Interesting. Gear score displayed around your inventory is big. So now you know like what each item in your inventory is going to be worth in terms of GS on the in the tooltip. GBMM used to be counted based on an average of the people in your party. So if one dude had 600 and the other dude had 200, then your gear score cumulatively was 8, but the average between the two was 400. So you could end up having a guy that had a bunch of really amazing gear and then a dude sandbagging wearing grays on purpose just to get loot in the dungeon, and they would end up in like a shittier lobby because of it. GBMM can now be turned off in regions with too few players. Okay, so this is another one. In an effort for them to fill lobbies, they're making it so that people that have, amazing gear versus shitty gear, they're trying to fill the room. So it's not going to come nearly as into play on lesser populated regions. So if you're somebody that sees, you're going in and you're wearing grays and you see a dude that's wearing purples and higher, it's because there isn't a high enough population to be able to fill the lobby up. So they're trying to get lobbies filled. And I mean, like this can go both ways, Somebody's just going to be like, so because there aren't a lot of people playing in my area, I'm going to end up stuck in lobbies with a bunch of sweats. Yeah, man, like you could. Which means GBMM is out the window. But I mean, shit, there's a lot of guys that say GBMM sucks, so whatever. We'd like to thank everyone for helping us with our multi-class test. The experiment was crazy and chaotic. We learned a lot. We'll let you know more about the system when we have the details ready. So they're building a better, more traditional training and multi-class system in the future, is what they have to say. Hopefully that has something to do with talent trees, but we'll see. We have made an update how loot state is handled. Changed to looted. Changes motivated to give more weight to PvP fights and high roller matches, as the loot from highly geared foes can now serve as a legitimate way to rank up the leaderboards in addition to earning gold. We've also removed GBMM for some of the lower populated regions and have tightened up the ping lock for these regions to prevent abusers from taking advantage of the new looted system for the leaderboard. Interesting. I wonder how hard this is going to hit. With the return of the traditional class system, we plan to do a minor balance pass to improve the power curve of low-end skills and spells. One of the tools we plan to utilize more widely is the attribute bonus ratio. In the past, we used this sparingly and only used easily recognizable values since this value was not displayed to the user. We've updated the tooltips to better display the effects of the attribute bonus ratio in anticipation of utilizing more custom values. Okay, that's interesting. So now you'll be able to see like how much of an effect it will have on your character, like per piece of gear, I guess. We apologize for the delay in the reveal of the season rewards. We are working on a better themed reward set and hope to have them announced soon. We hope these rewards will serve as proper motivation to grind the leaderboards once they are revealed. Thank you and see you in the dungeons. Interesting. If your teammate drops you handled loot, will it become looted? I don't think so. I would be willing to bet they accounted for that because it specifically says when taken from an enemy, not when taken from a friend. I would assume that they would be smart enough to recognize that your teammates would be able to abuse that and they would have adjusted it accordingly, but who knows? For sure, there's going to be teaming on dead servers to hand your buddy an inventory of garbage legendary items. I mean, yeah, that's possible. Sure, that's possible. You can have people queue sniping, but that's again what they're trying to avoid is lower populated regions having a tighten up on the ping lock, right? So yeah, you possibly could, with depending on how far away you are from one of the lesser populated servers. You know, I don't know. I don't know. We'd have to see what they're going to do with it. Like if you're West Coast US and you're trying to phone it into Japan, is that going to work? Because I guarantee you a dude in the EU probably isn't going to be able to phone it into the Japan server. So it's going to depend on who your friend is, how much are they playing it, you know what I mean? Like where's the lower pop server? Where are you geographically? Like the potential for abuse exists, but I think that that's going to be, you know, pretty tight depending on where people are geographically. We'll see. I mean, when it comes out, we'll see how they do it. But yeah, the potential for abuse still exists for sure. All right, well, there you go. It's the patch notes. Pretty good. W change on the PvP side. Big time W change. And I'm okay with them taking away multi-class. I think they need to have a better fleshed out system. The multi-class stuff was a little bit outside. That was a little bit crazy.